everyone, it's time for my March wrap up. I was gonna say April wrap up, but April's not over, it just started. Why? I'm kind of in this weird space where I read 6 books, but I feel like I could have read more, if that makes any sense. But like, I read over 2,000 pages, like, it's insane. So, I'm gonna go over the books that I read in the month of March. The first book I finished was Pawn of Prophecy by David Eddings, and I gave this like a 3.5, 3.75 out of 5 stars. If I didn't know that I liked this world and the story that's going to happen, I probably wouldn't pick up the second book, because this was very, it was really hard to, how do I explain this? It's like not a lot of things happened, but at the same time, things happened. Like, I know that there's 5 books that I need to read, so like, not everything's gonna happen in this book. So a lot of it is the main character growing up. This is the story of Garion, and he has mysterious things happen to him throughout his life. He has this overbearing aunt who's just mysterious. He lives on this farm, and things start to change after that. So there's a lot of traveling, a lot of figuring things out. I mean, Garion goes up to the age of 14, 15 in this book. So there's a lot of children are seen and not heard kind of things in it. I'm just saying that it was kind of, not a lot of people would read this and continue on with the series, I think. I don't know. I would, because I love this series. Well, at least I love some of the world that's in it, so. Then, this happened to like sort of coincide with Slay That series, that readathon that happened, but I decided to read the Lunar Chronicles. So I reread Cinder, and then I read Scarlet, Cress, and then Fairest. And I would have read Winter, except I hadn't got it in the mail yet. So, rating Cinder, 5 out of 5 stars again. Scarlet was 5 out of 5. Cress was 5 out of 5. Fairest was a 3 out of 5. I will be doing a more in-depth series review once I finish with Winter. I haven't exactly started with it yet, but I really love this series. I was really pushed to read this series because I have a coworker and a friend at work who I lent Cinder to, and then she proceeded to get the books in e-form, like e-reader form, and proceed to read the series and be like, lady, you need to like read this series because I want to gush so much to you about this series, but I can't because I haven't read it yet. So I'm like, okay, I'll read it. So I don't know why it took so long to read Scarlet. So long to read Scarlet. But I really, really, really love this series. It's just so bubbly and it gives you feels. And just, ooh. It just, I don't know what it is. It's like a happy sort of bubbly feel inside. And it just makes you go like, oh. The last book I finished was The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey. This is an Aladdin retelling, which I enjoyed the story. I kind of started it before I started reading the Lunar Chronicles again, and then finished it like a couple days ago after I was waiting for winter, and I'm like, okay, I gotta finish this book this month. I gave this a 4 to 5 stars. I liked the story. I think something was a little lost on me because I did start the book, read other books, and then finished it. So it was kind of like I wanted to just finish it. I wasn't that invested in the story, but I did enjoy the story. I held my reading habits responsible rather than the book responsible for how I felt about it. So it was a nice 4 to 5 star kind of read. Really enjoyed it. Also, I have to do a little update on my Goodreads challenge. I had started off with 75 books on my reading challenge, and it was kind of being disheartened a bit because I had kept going, oh, you're 3 books behind, you're 4 books behind, you're 5 books behind, 4 books behind, 5 books behind. So I felt like I wasn't, like, my reading habits were not catching up with that, and it was very disheartening. So I changed it to 50 books, and of course I'm still shooting for 75, but for that sake and the stressing me out, I put it down to 50, which, Luckily, I'm like 3 books ahead. I am hoping to read a lot in April. My goal is 10 books, hopefully. Wish me luck. Probably might not happen, but who knows. Anyway, that's it for my March wrap up. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!